No, I'm actually, hey, we on here, right? A video that I watched, the Birdman say he settled a beef between Lil Wayne. He asked him how much they want. But different stories talk about, and people show documents against cash money, you kind of sued Lil Wayne for something. So you met what you say is the thing in the documents. Everybody, I forgot the name of the documents. It was on YouTube. After Wayne won his civil suit with you, after Wayne won his civil suit with you, right? You kind of sued them. They got people that said they like the guy that did their Millie, he didn't get his money. I don't know what. It's so many stories out there and the documents about the situation, about you kind of suing Lil Wayne after he won his case. So it's so many stories out there about that. Lil Wayne won his case on his own because I know Walmart ain't willing to. They wasn't willing to compromise with me, man. And I think Walmart wasn't willing to compromise with me, and I have to take them to court. So when labels can be like business, when you working things out, when you trying to talk to them, and people ain't trying to talk to you, you have to take a person to court. I wish I didn't even have to take Doug Miller to court. But some bosses and CEOs and record labels, like I hear, that don't want to pay nobody. And if you don't say nothing, they'll take advantage of you. So when we dealing with those things, the thing is when you're talking about business, you don't want to have to sue nobody, but when you give somebody a chance and they take you for granted and lie on the same time when it was going on with Yellow Breezy, and they lied and said I stole something. The thing is, we can settle the thing, but it's getting worse. So I got a situation where their employees still acting up. So the more people got to act up, I have to sue them. The more different things we have to go through progress. And you put people in those situations where people don't want to make change, and the racism with the black and other people, when you put people in those situations, you can't reason them with somebody don't want to pay you. Like you can't reason. I say, okay, all right, I reason to get a career, but a man gonna want to stay in his power and show that he the boss, and he's not willing to compromise. He's not willing to compromise on those things, right? So we understanding people can't be reasoned with, and I'm learning that now. You can try to talk it out. Racism can't be when people think they did no wrong, they can't be reasoned with. And that's the problem in businesses. They can't be reasoned with. Now today, the other day, Sky News, I'm not to sue the Justice Department for another 30 million because he said something about we treat on according to law black, white, and what color. But that's the difference when the state and yellow, the mayor have broken rules and niggas had terrorized me to get it. Yellow Breezy and Trap Boy Freddy them. And the mayor lying. You know, let me tell you something. The society not willing to compromise about their behavior. And they willing to complain about what they do in the business, but they're not willing to compromise when somebody step up and sue them. When the pressure, when the state of Texas, when the pressure get back on them, they don't like it. And Governor Abbott not liking it. The Texas business Walmart, when the pressure gets on them, when you're not willing to listen and reason with somebody. And those things can be the platform of the downfall of where we trying to go. So if you kind of sue, and they show documents that you kind of sued Lil Wayne, is those documents real? Once Lil Wayne won his case, did that got kind of sued? You kind of sued them, and this is what I saw in the documents of people posting up on YouTube. You can't reason with racism, man. The only thing you can do, you can't reason when people want to stay in power and don't want to listen to you. I tried that. I tried those things with Dirk Miller and them, and they lied why they black employee to me. You know, Birdman, you know, when I was in there, you know what was said to me at 12, 16 with a white man and a Mexican woman and a black girl that acting like a nigga. You know what she said? Fuck New Orleans. And I'm from the city. I remember seeing you in the mall one time and you stared at me with a flip phone. My mama let us go to the mall many times. We able to go on a river walk and do many things sometimes. And you dumb and you're retarded, right? What was said in Carrollton, Texas? What was said in Carrollton, Texas when I was getting terrorized, when fakes was breaking out? And BG told me to stay on my shit. And he made a song, CNN. And I had to ask Joe Biden since Booster lied. That's not fun, bro, for somebody to put somebody through something, but his artist in Yellow Breezy and the mayor. But thirsty women think you owe them something. And people, racism trying to get me up out of and open up for they can take advantage of that. No, this is our world, God said. Mirza was going around events, passing CDs in the Dallas events. And the person jacked him. He said he got a message from you. And you call people, right? He was bragging about you messaged them on Facebook or MySpace. You messaged them, right? But if they know you like that, you call people. You find out about somebody, right? So you a businessman. Well, you always call them. Well, Yellow Boy, Yellow, what's the name? You always call people, right? Lil Kiki talking about you know the code. Why Racing tried to play me? I'm gonna tell you something that I know. When Yellow Breezy went to jail, I know he went to jail because I was watching him. I was on other platforms, and Trump knows it. Trump met with Wayne, right? Senator Harris, when I was on other platforms, right? Let me tell you something. So many people used to being followers. And when they see somebody come up, when they terrorize them, when everything is going on, when Drake talked about me on a song, you know, when MO3 told, Yellow Breezy told MO3, you know what I was doing? I was on another platform. I wasn't on TikTok and I wasn't on Instagram. I wasn't on IG. I was somewhere else connecting with people from California, Detroit, Las Vegas, and everybody, which I was connecting with them. I watched them. I waited till after he posted the video and called him. I'm not a lie. I took drama. I was on a football. I'm not nothing like him. I was in a band in New Orleans, Fantasy Williams. I'm nothing like him. I worked it at 14 and 15. I know my goal. I went to jobs. I had money in my pocket. I did things different. But they keep trying to get people to open up why they did me wrong with the mayor, right? I want you to know when I found out 3,500 for each song that I promote, right? Now the cat out the bag, what they call racist name and black people trying to sneak attack, right? Or racism, right? But I talk to people. Trap Boy Freddie want to run his mouth where my connection matters the most from UK, Las Vegas, Chicago, New York, Bambi. And them matters the most, right? You know, Orion said something in church in the city, waiting on somebody. Don't wait on nobody. See, when you can't wait and understand, it causes problem. You put everybody's life in danger, right? We had to deal with that, right? When I was working on my project in the mall, they know. I'm gonna tell you when I was in there. We're gonna tell you another thing. I was in the mall. I was in jail. Somebody came and see me. I didn't. I was half asleep. But let me tell you something. They know Yellow Breezer was a liar. They know they was a liar. You know they tried to offer me the racist piece of shit. I want all of me. Why Texas were gonna lose a lot of money, what they did to me in the mail, right? And the Texas music, I see Pimp C the only one that kept it real when University and Texas and rap are live talking to other labels. It doesn't matter if Texas music office and other people see. I know what I know, right? I know what I know, right? But we the one that gotta lose, right? But if I go to jail, that's a racism, right? They locked me up because of racism of Governor Abbott and Senator Ted want to be with their community. But that's the sad part about it. That they got black people and our senators and players in our government and they have a racist problem, right? They got people that work for the White House and they have a racial agenda, right? Huh. But we the one that deny it, right? I told Walmart I want everything that belonged to me. He didn't want to listen. Racism didn't want to listen to me. He smiled. He smiled. And he sit with his black CEOs. But God said, I know what they truly is. And somebody got to say enough is enough. Enough is enough. And I'm here to say enough is enough with the black people acting up in the business and our government taking their side. Right? And you think you got it? I went to Garland when they got a police that went to jail for no reason in Garland, right? For no reason, right? After I was being terrorized and y'all put the Yellow Breeze in them was a part of it. And MO3, right? You know, I have asked for the mayor to be arrested. And I have asked for Governor Abbott if it comes to that. And that's asked for Governor Abbott. I've asked for the senators. Racism laws, right? Because Senator Ted's with the businesses, right? That means if Senator Ted is talking to the business, they have a racist problem, right? That means our government support the racism with the black businesses, right? I was working on my project when I was in Willowbend Mall. I was talking to people. Well, we can do this the easy way. We can ask them to bring the cameras from the Garland library. The same time I got arrested when the police knocked on my hotel. But you know what else we can do? Everybody that's complaining about you know, Joe Biden told me something. If I want to make change, I need to vote for him, right? Because they complain about their tax dollars and the community trying to be mad about it, right? While the community got racism and Trump stood for them. Why he didn't want to hear me out. But we have a problem where half the percent of the black voters are voting for him, right? But we don't have silence. But the senators know, but they rather be selfish. And these kids up in here, they say how can I use them to understand them? Hey, we're gonna see if Governor Abbott, I could ask for the arrest of Trump for treason against a disability. Now, how about that? How about that? Trying to not to let me have a voice while your black people and these white people in the community lie, and they still in church in the city, still trying to stop me and distract me from my goal. You know, I said in church last Sunday, I refuse to fit in with them. And we not the same. They act like they're a part of God, but understand we are not the same. I refuse to fit in with them and any other, and we are not the same. We ain't fighting for the same. You fight for profit. We ain't doing the same. You want your kids to have a life, but I want something more too, and I want my kid to have something while I want more. We are not fighting for the same goals. Because if we were fighting for the same goals, you want to be going against me in these tax dollars and complaining about it in 2019 and put me up in a situation. You know, Trump said, I finally responsible about him. The businesses owe us. when the business is going to get out of debt and pay us. Why should we have to lose, right? But Trump said he did this for us. God say, even when I get a message, I have to understand trust has been broken. Even when I get a message, trust has been broken. And then they had the nerve to have an informant. You already knew I was innocent, right? But you wanted to rock the bird. Governor Abbott smile. I'm walking away from Governor Abbott. I'm walking away from lies and racism. But Birdman, you say, who care what I think? God care what I think. God care what I think when I believe in him more than anything. And I want to tell the people that work for you and your enemies, you say you are save hip hop. God said, I'm going to save hip hop. I want him to hear me. God say, you told NBA young boy, I told the Justice Department, God going to save hip hop by me keeping it real. Right? You told NBR they need that gangster shit. God say, y'all need that real shit from America and the heavens. Right? But you put me in a situation. You don't understand my fight. Is Snoop Dogg say F the government, right? When you fight, you know, Buddha and God say the mob, we're going to get our permacross, right? God said we're going to get our permacross too. When we're fighting for greatness. Social Security have broken rules. I just sued BT. How about that for supporting a racist black yellow breezy, right? How long that gonna take, right? The more delays happen, how long that gonna take, right? How long I gotta sit back while that racist yellow breezy and you terrorize me? How long I gotta sit back, right? And the mayor played the part of it with his lying self. You know what I told the state of Texas? He have to be removed. And if Governor Abbott can cahoots with him, he need to be removed too. And the legislators need to be removed. Joe Biden would do his job when things he getting in office and put them in jail. I tell them, don't give them the easy way out. Don't get the legislators and the mayor and the rest of them and Governor Abbott to read the easy way out. And the legislators the easy way out. You play with an American life and act like it don't matter, but their life matters. And that you don't understand my fight, and you never will. But when we get treated, let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy me a big house, and I'm gonna focus on school and go to games and enjoy whatever I want to do, enjoy in life. But let me tell the racism that want me to be a part of their lives and a black person. And Timberlake got the nerve to say something. They're using me. No, God ain't, no, nobody using me. Why? You know what you are. Right? They know they was wrong. Let me tell you, I'm about to get the Justice Department for another 30 million for opening his fat mouth on Sky News and say he treat every case according to law. You know they was wrong, and that racist piece of crap mayor carry out that, and Governor Abbott smiling. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna walk away and I'm gonna live my life and be done with you. You see, I had to tell them about profitable and non-profitable. When you're dealing with my music, when I'm dealing with stuff, you've been on the wrong team, right? God say. You've been on the wrong team, but you've been everybody drinking them and everybody been on boosting them team, and you've been on the wrong team, right? You betrayed God. You betrayed that American flag, right? You know, I watch MTV with you, right? And you put your hand on the Bible on one of your MTV cribs, right? When you betrayed me, you betrayed God. Dallas betrayed God. But you know what God told me to tell you? When I leave Texas, I leave with God. My spirit leave with God. But as always, people want to make profit and they care about money. God said, you will always betray me. You will keep doing it. Right? You put your hand on that Bible, right? I'm going to tell you when I was doing on my other broadcast. I put that on my other broadcast on that, right? Governor Abbott still putting through. But I'm going to tell you something what's going to go on. Yellow Breezer will lose. Trap Boy Freddy, now he trying to tell a nigga, go ahead with that bullshit, nigga. When my connection from Chicago, New York, Detroit, and everybody from New York connected with me. In UK, and I seen talent. And he got a lie, right? And Boosie think that stuff funny, what he did, right? That lying man think that's funny, right? That's the sad part. And he talking about, oh, do a book of, oh, I might do a song, a thought. I'm gonna start no group with you. I don't want to start no group when you lie to get what you trying to go and you put me in a situation. But God told me to forgive. But I don't want to do nothing with that man. And he's smiling and laughing about it. Y'all didn't want to hear nothing that I had to say. You know, Kevin Gates told me you got a good perk, right? You don't have to be all that hooping and hollering. You betrayed God when you decide to take Boosie and Yellow Breeze's side and MO3. You betrayed your nation when you decided I'm gonna tell us civil rights. You betrayed your God when you decided to betray God and you decided to take their side. And you decided to be with MO3 and Yellow Breeze and Trap Bro Freddy in Houston. You betrayed God and you will do it again. That's why God not even coming back. But you'll kill his child because you have hatred and you don't understand him. Dragon Ball Z is my favorite show. And the Radar, Goku, and then when they first started off with Dragon, they had the monitors. God knowing your heart is at 50%, 60%. Texas have broken my trust. And all you can do, we know why Governor Abbott keeping me here. Because the bull crap Houston told. Trump was watching you down here, right? But you don't know I was working to strategize y'all on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. But I'm somewhere else connecting with people on platforms and growing bonds, right? But since Booster told a lie that can destroy it, and he's smiling and laughing, I don't want to do nothing with him. I haven't seen my money in my hand yet. And damn thing. Social Security, Tribe Boy Freddy been talking. Social Security been going up for years. They've been giving 2%, 3%, 1%, 4%. I told Trap Boy Freddy while he in jail, he need to go pick up a damn book and get an education about Social Security and find something. Maybe they'll drop his sentence down if he be in jail and pick up a Social Security dialogue. They already know, but you still that's the sad part about it. I'm happy BG guys, yo, but that still give no reason for them to do what they did. And they want me to open up to them. Well, they ain't really for me. But you sleep with your enemy, right? You walk around church in the city act like they for God, right? Huh. I was always on your team, Birdman. When you say, cause you home. I was always on your team. And that's why when I went to the thing, I said something. You home. I grew up around you. But that wasn't right, man. That wasn't right, man. I did some on the senator's website, right? I hold it down for you and I hold it down for God when I play your music. I hold it down for it, right? But God said, just because I'm holding it down for you, others not willing to do the same. And that's what the betrayal of God is. I'm on your team and I have been on that. The Yellow Breeze and them lied, right? They wanted to come up terrorizing and saying, I know the words that I say, but I had to get Social Security attention. I already had Joe Biden. It was already watching him and Obama saying things. But the call center need to be, I needed them to hear me. I wanted the call center to hear me. I wanted their attention too. And they changed their answer machine. And I told Joe Biden and Senator Harris, Lawayne said, this is deep. If getting your point crosses the line, and big word, Lawayne said on a big song, if getting your person crosses the line, just hope somebody remember that. You cross it with dignity and you cross it with respect. If somebody don't remember you, they remember rap. And they said by anybody threatening the government to harm, why I gotta be penalized? Why they telling me to shut up and neglect me and I gotta be penalized, right? I had to go through all of that trouble. All of that trouble. Then when I called the local government, the call center gave me the number and he told me to shut up. He didn't even want to listen to nothing I had to say. And then they tried to stop me from going. I had to tell Justice Garland tried to stop me from going to Social Security. Everything was taken away from me. Social Security card, all of the things that I was supposed to go do. I had to tell her everything was taken away, right? They say he pretending to be no, I'm speaking up for him. Because God said you are somebody. You are somebody. And I want that Garland police out of jail. You hear me? I asked Joe Biden for something. I want him out of jail. You hear me? I just sued Taco Bell, right? I wanted 30 million from the attorney general from Taco Bell in Garland, right? You know what I was telling those kids in Garland at that store? To pick up business books. They want to learn about that's the students. They want to wait till we get to college. And I tell them they want to wait till they get to college. That's what I was telling them in that at that Taco Bell, right? I had business book and I would tell them, go pick up a business book. Sometimes you gotta be willing to pick up your mind and stop waiting to get in college to learn. They want to take advantage of you. That's what I was talking to them kids about, right? But the employees at Taco Bell got mad, right? And I hope I get my justice because I messaged the attorney general about it. And I messaged the Justice Department. I want 30 million for the Taco Bell in Garden. And the attorney general that I messaged, that complaint, when Judge Kennedy was talking about that complaint came with something I wanted. And Judge Kennedy with her dumb self, right? Now, since the Justice Department want to open their mouth again and want to speak on stuff, I'm gonna get them for it. I'm gonna get them for another 30 million, and you know you still let that dumb motherfucker carry it out. You want to open your mouth by law? No, you don't do things by law because you let them do it. You racist piece of crap. You let Judge Kennedy and that prosecutor, and you did nothing to stop it. You did nothing to stop it. So I'm gonna make the Justice Department not an example. So you want to get on Sky News? You treat everybody according to law. Why you let that dumbass courtroom? And I'm a 30 million for it, right? I kind of sue the Justice Department. They want to believe the mayor not here knowing the cause. They want to do this and knowing the cause. You want to lie more and more. I feel like I was in an episode of fucking wrestling. They know they in cahoots with each other. You're a freaking liar. As long as he stay in that position and he don't be removed, I don't want nothing to do with him. I want Judge Kennedy to be removed, and I want the prosecutor for racism treason. Now, I'm going to have what I want. And if you put me in jail, that means, and they've been trying to do anything, and the dumb prosecutor, no, he intimidated. And I told the civil rights, he intimidated the situation. And I told the Justice Department, that's what intimidation forces him. I was no threat to the public. I was on my pad, and I'm no threat to the public. So you're intimidated in those things. I said, look at the camera. He forced me across the street. Look when he looked down on me. That's forcing somebody. You got the right to stand your ground. When nobody telling you he had the right to be there and he's not doing anything. He have no weapons on him. He's not doing no harm but on his phone. And then he talked about his community. No, what the tank going on with your community? There's always one side of the situation. So let me tell you something. The police knocked on my door and I called. You know, I got the New York network, right? Numbers. I didn't only talk to DJ Envy. They told me good luck and I thank him for that, right? He gave me a list of network numbers in California. I talked to a lady at iHeartRadio. She was mad at me, but she had a little sexy little voice though, with a little madness, with a little mad at me at iHeartRadio in New York, right? Fights was breaking out in my hotel. The police knocked at my door, right? It was about a music building, partner. And I'm not going to continue to deal with this in the community and deal with this. I'm not going to damn place you in. And I'm not going to go out there and hang out with anybody and try to get me. Even when I'll have studio build in my house, you hear me? And I don't have to go to a studio with a nigga. You hear me? Hey, you think I learned something from being around Marissa, right? But I wanted to show other people what I can do. I can do music right now, but Kool-Aid Pro, but I want to show other people what I can do with my creativity and other things that I can do. Go to at Hubert HUBRT 31, get money. I want to show people other things that I can do, right? We are not doing this no more with Texas. We're not doing this no more with them. Now, it talks about if a local government behave, I've been intimidated, and he forces somebody across the street. You don't force nobody across the street and stand your ground. No, you have no right to be there when somebody knows that you should be doing other things. They're messing with me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he did. And they intimidated. If you look at the camera, that's intimidation. They know what they was doing. When I'm looking back at them, and they intimidated. And he trying to tell me something. Hold up. And the way the community been behaving. You know, they asked me, they said, since I know you and Drake Wyatt in Dallas County and Lil Durk and them and the rest of them, why they not helping you out and buying? You know what my one thing was in Dallas County, Birdman? Is to keep my mindset together. When y'all support a lying person and Trap Boy Freddy, them. And you think I don't know about finesse? Why black youngsters see Jay Prince is trying to be down when I've been connecting with other people, right? You think I don't know about finesse coming in here? You think I don't know about that? You really think I don't know, right? I want Birdman to hear me. You really think I don't know? See, they trying to Jay Prince say, you know what I told the Justice Department with Jay Prince say? Don't believe the gospel. I said, I want to know what the DA gonna do with their lives. Let me tell you what the man say, don't believe the gospel, right? Jay Prince, right? Hey, I told the Justice Department, right? Hey, that hold up, and I told the civil rights, and I messaged the Justice Department. I told them, right, what they doing. I told them, right, activism, civil rights, right? I just sued BT, right, for supporting a racist crap, right? I want them to hear me. I want them to hear me. I want them to hear me. I want BT to hear me. God want him to hear me. God want BT to hear me. God want BT to hear him. Pay me. You racism. You black liars. I know what you are. I know, and Boosie sitting up there still lying. I'm walking away from you. Maybe I might buy a farm. You know, my sister-in-law got a farm. And I'm gonna ask my mother, my brother thing, and my brother, let's go get a horse. Let's go anywhere in the world where we can escape your racism. Where I can escape the black people and escape you. Let's go anywhere in the world. to tell my sister-in-law and my brothers and them to go anywhere in the world, right? Get my brothers, get my sister-in-law, get my whole family, they family, buy 2 houses and 3 houses to put them in. You care about yours, God say, right? Why you racism, right? The mayor would never, Senator Ted would never understand. He would never see God because you fight for them. You fight for the racist businesses. They're using me. Timberland need to know his morals. He need to, God say, Timberland need to know his role and know it real and mind his business. If I ever get back with my friends after this, let me tell you, and Mirza and Rick, I told Rick to stay self. I know one thing me and God said, that me and Mirza and Rick is going to deliver. I told Rick to stay. We had problems. I don't care if he talking bad. I don't care. We had problems. But I told him to stay safe. But I promise you this, that me and my team get back on, is going to be a problem. But that's what the enemy wants, right? They want to deceive me. You know, I was rolling through with a friend, Samantha, in Dallas. And she was mad at me. She said some things. But I told her, Samantha, we might go through stuff. But remember the times we had. We might have our falling in and out, like me, you, Sabina, Demira. But those times we had is what's going to define us, and how we chill with each other, how we observe. The bad times does not matter. But let me tell you something. Y'all have crossed lines. And I really didn't want to do this, man. But I have no reason to. I have no other choice. I had to sue the legislators. I had to file a racial complaint on the senators and the legislators. Because they people matter the most than disability. I stayed in church for 8 minutes. I felt not in place. I felt that was different. I felt if I would have sat there, my mission was gonna be taken for granted. I'll be back, guys.